If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
Oh, it's another stream.
Prepare to be amazed, surprised, shocked even. There's a bit of false advertising occurring. We said certain bands were going to be reviewed today, and in fact they're not. However, there are other really cool bands which will be reviewed today, such as The Police, for example.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright guys, here we are. We are in the midst, or at the foothills of, as you can see there, the DJ 7 Dusted stream. As we've said, 4 songs. If you got 4 songs in the queue, you automatically become a DJ. There's a 4-song minimum, no song maximum, and we have got a pretty interesting lineup for you today.
Yeah. Yep.
Without further ado, the first song, R.I.P. No Megadeth, you betrayed us.
Man, what a disappointment. I'm so sorry.
You can blame the woman. It's her fault. Okay. Song number 1. Here we go. It's by, was it Enuff? Let me look at this thingamajiggy here. Well, while Sori tries to repent of her sins. Okay, song number 1 is Enuff's Enough. The Way Coming Home. This song was selected by 7 Dusted himself. It's told in 2 parts, as you can see in the titles. The first part is dedicated to my lady. The second is a snapshot of some of the shit I've been dealing with and thinking about over the past year since I came home from Iraq.
Oh boy.
And I hope we were supposed to be reading all of these.
Yeah.
I hope. Okay, good. Because we had a situation last time we read stuff we shouldn't have read.
Yeah, this...
Alright guys, here we go.
Whoops. Oh, well, he said, the little notes added don't have to be read. They're really for you guys, but I don't mind if you read them out either. Whatever is fine by me.
Okay, alright, good. So we're still alive.
We're
good.
safe.
Skylar in the house. Alright guys, enough's enough. The way home. Let's do it!
A little spark has started fire. My will to be alone is over now. Let's say the dragon walk the wire. This little girl just takes me higher and higher and higher. If I lose her, my everything would crumble. If I lose her, I'll never understand. If I lose her, my everything would crumble. If I lose her, life would not be the same. If I lose her, the world would take a tumble. In her eyes I see the light, I see the way. Taken from the best years of your life, took your main intentions and replaced them with knife. Gunfire ran through your weary mind, fighting for your life. Hell on up around, it's over. All that could breed you, 'cause there's no one could beat you. Oh, we can't hardly reach you. You're coming around. What went through your mind after the kill? Nightmares wake you up when you're in prison, you always will. Try to pick up where you left before. They put you in the war.
Got that bass drum still.
But now it's over. All that to greet you, 'cause there's no one could beat you. Oh, we can't hardly reach you. You're coming home.
Okay, that was Enough's Enough. I really, really like this song. So,
Yeah.
this was two songs mashed up, or was this the same song?
Well, that's what I asked
That,
him.
like-
He said that it was, from what I understood when we talked about it, it's one song, but it has two totally like different parts to it, and so they just kind of made the title like that.
yeah. That was like a very significant break that made a lot of sense. Holy shit! Lyric.
Yeah.
I do see a correlation. It's funny. I was just watching. You know that Train Your Brain guy that Andrew, I forgot the guy's last name, but he was talking about like training your brain and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That he was on a Lex Friedman show.
Yeah.
He's got this new episode.
The one that
out.
always wear a beanie. No, another guy?
No,
Okay.
no, it's like, I think it's Andrew Huberman or something like that. You'll see him. He was like training your brain to give you endorphin rushes for the things that you have to do throughout the day or whatever. That guy.
I don't remember what he looks like, but I remember the conversation.
So his latest video is on like, the biology of aggression, mating, and arousal. The correlation between aggression and arousal from or even just relationships between men and women in the context of like evolutionary psychology. I'm assuming they're going to say that, the bad boy or the aggressor type is going to be looked upon as a desirable mate because his ability to kill other people means that he's, an alpha male. He can protect you. So funny, I was
literally thinking about this morning.
What were you thinking?
Well, because I remember I had put that post up, like, what's wrong with this picture? Because the girl was on the outside by the road.
Yeah.
Like, thinking about that and just, just like the people make decisions and they make choices based on what they think is most important when they're picking a mate. But there's always this, why are girls attracted to the bad boy? What is it about the bad boy? Blah, blah, blah. And that was kind of the conclusion that I came to when I was thinking about it. I was like, because I think at the end of the day, a girl says, all right, if he's a bad boy, then he's willing to get his hands dirty, which means I'm probably safer in that relationship as far as outside aggression, but it doesn't necessarily mean she's safer from inside aggression.
Right. Yeah,
that was what I came to.
Follow the next question, which is, well, what happens in the bad boy turns his badness against you?
Right.
But so there is. But
I think that the hope is always that he's not going to, because he loves me. He's going to use that aggression only to protect me.
You guys always think you can change the bad.
What? I'm in a lucky situation.
Yeah, I guess I changed. Yeah, that's what people say. They're like, I'm never going to change. It's like, the hell is wrong with you? You're a perfect person. You're never going to change? Holy shit. Okay. Never change. They say that to you in the yearbook picture. What the fuck? I'm 18 years old. Like, that's it? My life's over? I'm going to be this person forever? Yeah. Never change. Never change. What the hell up? What's wrong with you? It's like,
I don't know.
Literally wishing destruction upon a person. I want your 18-year-old. You've got your mind still literally has 7 years left to develop your obligata, like the rational decision-making mechanism.
Yeah.
Nigga, you got 6 to 7 years, close to a decade of fucking growth left, but these motherfuckers are telling you, don't change.
Yeah, but honey, I think that they mean, like that youthfulness.
That
nobody
hell,
wants
bro.
to be one of the those. No offense, but
girls will change.
Nobody wants to be a Karen when they're in high school.
Yeah. Nobody grows up and says they want to be a Karen. But what my point is, like, there is a correlation between romantic relationships and warfare, or being engaged in that kind of shit.
Yeah, and I think that even I say from an evolutionary perspective, because I'm still like, obviously as a Christian, it was like, anything that has don't even say the word evolution, you know what I mean? But like, people do evolve and things do change. But if you look back at, like, now we have modern conveniences, you have homes, you have cars, you have, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of things that prevent you from being in certain
Jay's in the house. Gang. What's good, Jay?
But, like, in situations, like, if you're looking back historically how it was for human beings, like, the more you needed somebody that was going to be able to
do work,
protect you,
do work, yeah,
and bring home, he was gonna have to go out. Obviously, the fastest that he can find something to kill it and bring it home for food. Now he's back to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want somebody that's weak or somebody that's gonna get sick easily, and you know what I mean? Like, so, but I think that still, like, kind of comes over. Just like, we were watching that
I've never heard a girl say that. I don't want a man that, like, easily gets sick, okay?
Yeah, but...
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, like I said, from survival and gene replication perspective.
Yeah, there was some people that I was like, that guy's always sick. I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, I don't mind taking care of you if you are sick, but like...
You would apply eugenics to dating.
Did. I would, yeah. Like, so
you looked at your boy...
I was like, this is a very lucky situation I find myself in.
All right, so here we go. This guy, a little spark has started the fire. My will to be alone is over now. I'd slay the dragon, walk the wire. This little girl just takes me higher and higher. If I lose her, my everything would crumble. If I lose her, life would not be the same. If I lose her, my world would take a tumble. In her eyes, I see the light. I see the way home. Okay, so there it is.
That's that civilizing effect.
Yeah. It says men have a calming effect on women, and women have a civilizing effect on men. You know?
Facts.
She says if you like it, you should have put a ring on it.
Yep.
You can't do the things that you normally used to be able to do. And the dudes be like, oh, you've gone soft, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, yeah. Like, no, obviously. Obviously, it's called going soft, which is okay. That's the girl's job, is to civilize you. You've been out there, out in the wilderness, out in the elements, fighting wildebeest, all kind of crazy shit. Fighting off other people that want, the wildebeest leg, but that's your girl's favorite leg, so you got to go do work. So you come home in the cave all fucking covered in blood and guts and shit, and, you've been out there, and so now you want to show up and, rah! She's like, nah, bro, you got to take a shower. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta clean that shit up.
She civilizes you. She civilizes you. You got to let the lady do it. You got to let the lady do it. But that's what I'm saying, like, we got to have that incentive to be civilized. Otherwise, we're just going to be animals, man. I mean, it's true. It's true. A lot, because then with the girl comes the kid, and then again, it's like, now you got shit to live. Now you got shit to live for. Or, you know what I'm saying? So
you got more to fight for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So there definitely is a correlation. But you got to have, what I have seen, though, I've seen some pretty talented warriors, to be honest with you, that seem to be born for war fighting, which is strange.
That
but
what?
They seem to be born for war fighting. But the issue is that they don't got no girl, because people just completely dedicate themselves to the craft. And it's those types of people that I personally would worry about. Because if you don't have somebody to come home to, or you don't have that as your motivation, and the other thing too is, like, you want to be the kind of person, you want to be able to look your kids in the eye, and if you do too much crazy shit, it's hard to do that. Like, your kid, you sit there and look at your kids and how happy they are to see you, and that you put some kid in a situation who had nothing to do with it. Maybe his dad was a horrible fucking dick of a person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who deserved to die, but that kid didn't deserve to lose his dad. It just so happens that they're the same person.
Yeah.
So, you will care about that stuff if you have a wife and kid to come home to, more than if you don't. So if you don't know what it's like to have a son jump into your lap after you've come home from bad situations, then if you do some crazy shit to somebody, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna fuck with you less than if you do have that, and you do have a girl that you're fighting for, and you do have a girl that is gonna miss you if you don't come home. Yeah. If you don't have any of those things, man, that's a very bad combination.
Ugh. Yeah, I obviously like the first half of the song a lot. Anything relationship, and the way that the guy was singing it, I thought was like, I don't know, it had that certain sound to it and kept going up high. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think Michelle, the dude from Stone Temple Pilots, he sounded like that vocally. It's crazy to me. I've never heard of this band before.
Yeah, me neither.
That's strange to me. Like, this band is really good. They should have been kind of 90s type sound to it, a little bit of a 90s sound, but I feel like they should have been. But, what do we know? They were probably huge, and we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's happened a million times. She makes me want to be her man. I take a little pride in being with her. She moves me any way she can. Just what she sees in me, I'll never understand. That is very true. That is very, very true. But people knew that about you even before we were together. Like, if people wanted food and shit, or they wanted pizza, they'd go to you. Like, yo, ask Vinny so we can have some pizza. Because everybody knows, like, if you ask me for something, it's always going to be a yes. You'd be like, I think we should lead a little parade to jump off a bridge. I'm like, roger that. Okay, yeah. This shit's been getting a little boring. Okay. Like,
I like kind of noticed it, but at the same time, obviously, like I always feel like my ideas are the best ideas. So if somebody came to me and they were like, "Hey, we should do this thing," and I was like, "I agree with that," then I was like, "Well, obviously you're gonna agree. It's a great idea."
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily think like, I wasn't seeing necessarily what they were seeing. But I look back now and I'm like, yeah, there's really no reason why he would have said yes to that. Like that little oven. Made sense to me. But I'm like, no, now that I see the type of person you are more, I'm like, you just said yes to that. That's a great idea. Yep.
No, if it's you, that's the thing. But she makes me want to be her man. Like that. Look, I understand our culture, and I don't necessarily have a problem with like evolving in thinking or even evolving in certain dynamics. But the fact of the matter is, the heteronormative the dynamic of men and women and their stereotypical differences, whatever people want to say they are, there's something massively beautiful and culturally foundational about that interaction.
Yeah.
And I everybody knows where I am with stuff. Everybody know, the last Middle America video was me, going after Christians for their treatment of LGBT people. But losing that dynamic of and yeah, these are stereotypical archetypes, but I like archetypes better than stereotypes. Archetypes to me are more accurate when we're talking about big picture issues. And the archetypical warrior and then his princess, the one who he's fighting for, but also the one who, even though is nowhere near as strong as him, their bond creates a kind of influence over him that, like we said, civilizes him, and and where his effect on her is that stability. I know if somebody comes through that door, rest in peace to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dynamic is foundational to every society and culture. You cannot have a culture and society unless men and women interact at that level, multiplied by millions.
Right. I was
it's impossible.
I was thinking about that the other day, like I think because the idea that women are weaker than men has always made me angry.
Yeah.
And so,
sure.
I was trying to stop and think, like, because you had given that example the other day to that, that person where you said the president, he has, well, you explain it. I mean, I can say it all, but I like to hear you say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the girls, we've got, as you can imagine, probably could be described as a progressive household. And so the girls were grappling with the fact that they're weaker than men, they're weaker than boys. And of course, in a Christian milieu, wives submit to husbands, blah, blah, blah. I just said, look, girls, like, we're stronger than you for a reason. If you're going to the mall and you see 5 layers of security around somebody, you're going to say, that person, whoever that person is really important. They've got a security detail. Well, those people that are doing his security detail are trained in combat in a bunch of different forms, and they're physically at the peak of their powers. So the person guarding the president is always, or the movie star or the rock star is always going to be stronger than the person they're guarding for that reason. So when it says that, when nature, God, however you want to orchestrate it, when God orchestrates the world in such a way as to have men be stronger, it's because we're running security detail. You guys are the stars. You guys are the important one. It would be ridiculous for Joe Biden to say, I'm just as good a shot as you, and yeah, you might be, but that's not your role. Your role is the president. Our role is to kill and die for you. So we know that you can shoot a gun just as well as anybody else, but we need you to get in the middle of this convoy, sir. You see what I'm saying? So That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
and
Like, if you don't have that foundational archetype of the warrior man and the princess woman, or the princess bride, like, I'm sorry, you're not going to have a society. You're not going to have a culture.
And I even think that it's, I was reading a post from a woman today, and like she was talking about how women are the life givers. Like, we carry children in our womb, and it takes a physical toll on us. It takes an emotional toll, a psychological toll. Like, you have months and months of, postpartum depression that comes after the baby's born. Like, it really, really takes a toll on the mom. And the way that you feel emotionally toward the child when they cry or when they're doing something wrong and you have to direct them and discipline them and teach them the right way, like, it's hard. It's very difficult to do. And she was saying, like, how impossible the job is and how society as a whole has taken such a hit because there are so many men that are not providing for the women and staying there to be a good emotional support and a physical support. And so then the woman is not only doing her role, but she has to do his role as well. And so it puts too much strain on the mom. And then she's saying, no wonder we're having school shootings. No wonder we're having all these things happening, because moms are unable to do what they're meant to do because they're spread out doing all kinds of other stuff too. Yeah. And but anyway, so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the weaker vessel thing, like the woman being weaker than the man, but that her influence over him is like that circular relationship that they have. Like, so he's very powerful and he's the head of the family, or he's the one that's the provider or whatever, but then at the same time the connection that she has with him, her influence is on him as well. So then it becomes something that they're doing together, where it's not just him. Well,
even this stream itself, he had a certain stream that he wanted. Right. And then the girls came in and just completely civilized it. Yeah. Right? And the dude's one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Yeah, like, I personally know he's a bad dude. Yeah. But there's something beautiful about that. And people are losing that, man. And I'm telling you, you need that for the foundation of your society. Mm-hmm. If you do not have, I'll say this is going to be provocative. If you don't have heteronormativity, you're not going to have any LGBT nothing. Because you need that grounding of a society for alternative societies to pop up. It's just a fact. Say what you want to say, it's old school, whatever, but it's true. We need dudes like Seven, and we need girls like Seven's wife, and vice versa. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. That is a perfect balance of culture. And once you have balance, then you can start tweaking shit and saying, well, how about we reimagine this? But you gotta you can experiment all you want when you're building the house, but you gotta have foundations. And I'm sorry, but this dynamic right here in this song, both parts of the song, is foundational to any society. Lisa says, if a woman has never had a strong male presence in her life, then she'll always seek a man and never learn to be she'll always seek a man who never learned to be that strong, positive male. Correct.
If a woman has never had a strong positive male presence, then she will always seek a man who never learned to be that strong. Well, why? What do you mean, why?
Because he'll project it. He will project a certain kind of energy, but he can't fill it. He can't fulfill it because that guy didn't have a dad either. Like, broken, dysfunctional people do not naturally seek out functional people. They seek out what they're familiar with. Now, Lisa's not saying that dooms the woman or anything, but it's just a fact that influences decisions. And I'm, it's one of the reasons I'm the way that I am with the girls, things of that nature, is because people generally do not stray far away from, your dad did construction, your ex did construction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's...
Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so, I agree with her 100%. I think Sori's more bad and Vin is more calm.
Honestly, it kind of depends on the day, I think.
Yeah, with the two of us? Yeah, it just depends.
It goes back and forth.
Yeah, because you'll compensate if I'm off and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with the kids.
Yep.
We're usually never both angry at the kids. It's just
Right.
it's like,
Oh,
well,
I'm gonna have to come around. Yeah, the ice cream.
I really like this song. People are not broken. Scars heal. Pottery does not. Oh, that's a good line. I disagree with you, though. I do think there are a lot of broken people in the world. Okay, I really love this song. I love the yin and yang between men and women. I think it's beautiful. I think it's eternal, and we can accept other people or whatever without being disingenuous about how to build culture, build and world build. Come on. Okay. So this was a very strong opening. Holy shit, DJ Mike is here. What's up, DJ Mike?
He's on for Friday.
Oh shit. Okay, we haven't had a Franco stream in a while. I felt like this was a very strong opening. I'm gonna give this one a 9.9. I really like this song.
Boy.
I thought it was like I said. I'm just shocked that this band is not like at the. Maybe this is like their only good song. I don't know. But
I don't know either.
It was really different but familiar. They had enough like pop sensibilities for shit to work. Like little bit of Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, but then they also have their own style, all that shit. So I don't know. Like I don't know why this band isn't as big. But I'm gonna give this a 9. What did I 9.9?
Yeah, and I'm matching you on the 9.9.
Really good one.
Yeah.
Michelle says, I'm very glad that I had my father in my life, and my even though my dad was hard on me as a little girl, I love his love taught me to be strong and not to be afraid of the world around me. Good. And then finally, Amy says, there's yin and yang in each of us, so when you find a partner that matches both sides, it's something. That is true. That's right. That is true. Okay, we shall return, dear listener. We shall return. Vin out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.